right, hit it.
What is going on, boys? Welcome back to the Monday Morning Quarterbacks Podcast, episode 38, featuring Hefe in the top left, Big P bottom, myself in the top right. How we doing, boys?
Good day to
Season
have a
is
good
flown
day.
by.
Good day to have a good day.
It's good to be back. Almost Christmas on the verge. NFL season's coming to a wrap here. Playoffs are on the horizon. Let's hop into some of the recaps from Week 15.
Yes, sir.
Niners almost eliminated from the playoffs at this point. Lose a low-scoring affair, no touchdowns on Thursday night to start off Week 15.
Awful game. It ruined so many people's fantasy weeks.
Yeah.
Cooper Kupp not even having a catch.
Yeah, and Purdy was like somehow a top 10 fantasy quarterback and did not do that on Thursday night.
And it was first week of fantasy football playoffs. My wife beat me.
It's
So that was
gonna
fun.
happen though. You'd rather lose to the hands of a loved one, you know?
I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't get that privilege.
She like literally didn't even care either. Like I was watching Mike Evans just completely torch me to like put my season in a coffin, and she's like scrolling TikTok, not even paying attention.
What's
like,
going on?
Could care less of what happened.
You're just sweating.
Like she drafted her team all herself. I've barely helped her this entire year. Like last year, she just had a Dunze in her lineup over like Tyrone Tracy and like another receiver that probably should have started. And then a Dunze gets 2 touchdowns last week. She drafted Saquon. Like she knows something we don't. Moving into some of the other games, Chiefs won, but Mahomes got hurt a little bit. Looks like he's practicing in full, though, so that's kind of interesting. Looked like it was going to be a couple-week injury, a sprain.
They're giving him the most expensive drugs on the planet.
They'll shoot him up pregame.
Whether it's Goodell or Reed, someone's giving him the most expensive
I don't even think they're
drugs on
giving
the
him
planet.
drugs. I think they're just, like, doing spells on his knee.
Actual
Black
voodoo.
witch magic. Something's going on there. Bengals stay alive against the Titans. They're
We had
they're 10% chance to make playoffs.
Yeah, we had a lot. They 10% because we saw Indy collapse against Denver and Miami lost to Houston. So that really opened up Hefe's Chargers for the 7 seed right now. And so now you got Indy, Miami, and Cincinnati all at 6 and 8, all fighting to get to that 7 seed. But they're all 2 games back with 3 games left. So that Denver Chargers game, not just a little prequel, was going to be kind of a good game this week because it's a 6 seed versus a 7 seed as it sits right now. But those 3 teams are going to be keeping their eyes.
And it's a divisional game,
Yeah,
and it's going to be.
going to be rowdy. Anyway, sorry, Jeff or Jake.
Good comms. No, great comms from the boys. Jets get a win against the Jags.
They did. We don't have to talk about it.
Devontae went off.
Jets are
Rodgers-
eliminated. We should stop talking about
The
it.
only reason I wanted to mention it was because the Aaron Rodgers documentary is out. I did watch
Okay,
it already. Have you guys
Great
watched
segue.
anything on it?
I have not sat down and watched it yet. It's on the to-do list, though.
It's 3 episodes. The third episode was a little boring, honestly, but the first 2 episodes I thought were awesome.
Electric. Okay.
He dives a little bit into his family drama that like everyone has been a huge mystery, I guess, over the past like 15 years. So we get some insight
That's
there.
exciting. Yeah.
And we get to see the ayahuasca trip like in depth. It's
Oh,
a
yeah.
3-day thing, so that was kind of cool too.
When are we doing ayahuasca on stream?
Honestly, watch the documentary and we might have to take a trip to Costa Rica as a pod. Because I might be it. And then next season, we'll do a darkness retreat.
Oh,
Hit them
gosh.
back to back.
I'm out. I'm
We
out.
all do a darkness retreat and we just come out and we do a pod like 5 minutes after we come out. We're just all clear-minded.
We should do a pod in the ayahuasca tent.
Oh gosh, yeah.
It actually
all
looks
of our
insane.
picks are we both 16-0 on picks. Like we all.
Yo, imagine.
We're just seeing numbers like flash like in front of us. Like, Brendan Ayuk, 127 yards, 9 catches, 2 touchdowns. Just hitting exact lines.
Exactos, yeah. I want to touch on the Seahawks. I don't want to blame the loss on Geno because I've given Geno a lot of crap, but watching Sam Howell try to run that offense, I still am not giving Geno enough credit because Sam Howell had 1 second and was throwing the ball into the ground on dudes that were like running 2-yard curls. So like I think that's a testament to how well Geno handled himself in the first half. That team needs
You hate
Geno.
Geno?
Huh?
Don't you hate Geno?
Yeah, like I kind of hated him. Like I just.
I mean, I'm
remember-
pretty sure in past pods you've been like, "Fuck
No,
Geno." Like, Geno's ass.
but I turned it around because my last couple of pods I turned it into Geno wins those because this year I kind of believe in him. But like I kind of after watching Sam Howell, I'm like, wow, Geno really does a lot for that offense because Sam Howell definitely exposed how bad that O-line is. I mean, and I get it too. You got a backup quarterback. I'm sending the dogs after him too. So, but yeah.
Since you touched on the Seahawks,
Yeah. Sorry. Yes.
I'll hop into the Packers side of that game. Get my recap in there.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of like obviously a great win for us. We'll take the win. Looking at the score, it looks like we dominated them. We really didn't dominate them, and I feel like we get ahead, and we get opportunities to really just like potentially blow teams out, and we just take our foot off the gas every time. It's like we can't score on offense unless it's a close game, and then it's like we just stop trying, and then we just feed Jacobs on first, second down, incompletion, third, punt every time we get ahead instead of kind of like just putting our foot on their throat and stomping. We just let them have life, and I hate that we do that. Also, Edgerrin Cooper, rookie linebacker for the Packers, highest graded defensive player in Pro Football Focus, second NFC Defensive Player of the Week award this season. He's an absolute monster, and having him back in the roster was so huge for us. I don't care if Bum Quay Walker is hurt and doesn't play again the rest of the year. We might be better when Quay Walker's on the sideline because he's just so inconsistent. He can be so good, Quay can, but he's so inconsistent. Edgerrin Cooper is just a monster. And honestly, our other backup, Eric Wilson's really good too. So getting them back, getting Jair back in the next couple weeks here, I think we're priming ourselves for a good run here. Also, I'm very sick, so sorry about that, boys. But
all good.
We'll power through. Jordan flu game. What you got? What you got, Hefe?
Just got to
The Chargers got fucking ruined by the Bucks, which was surprising. But once they lost JK, it's just been like hard. So JK is good. Like, he was having a great season, but I didn't think that he would be that detrimental to the offense.
Did you see what I said on last pod? Shout out myself. I said that offense is not the same without JK.
It's crazy. It's
I was
crazy.
hyping up that.
And then also no Will Dissly.
Yeah, no Will Dissly, who turned into like a 10-target safety blanket for Herbert the last couple of weeks.
Stone cold smart season.
Dude's, yeah. He's out there. He's out there. Five targets. He's looking for a deep fantasy target in the playoffs. Stone Smart might get another start this week.
He is getting. Will Dissly's already ruled out, so he's definitely.
Oh, there you go. You heard it from the Chargers insider.
Yeah. It's gonna be an interesting last few games of the season for the Chargers.
And
that stretch of games that they had to win, they obviously didn't win enough of them. So, but the rest of their schedule is pretty easy. They have the Patriots.
They got two-game lead over all those 8, 9, and 10 seeds right now. So as long as realistically you only got to really win one, you win two and you're locked.
Well, their last the two games after this week are the Patriots and the Raiders. So
okay, even if you lose to Denver, even if you lose to Denver, you clean up. AFC playoff picture just gets a little more solidified. So,
and then you play the 2 seed, who is going to either be the Bills or the Chiefs. Give us the Chiefs.
They give us
Honestly.
You've only almost done it twice in a row now, too. So
Yeah, except a doink field goal and rest. But anyway, the Bills and the Lions game, over 1,000 yards of total offense.
Yeah, the Bills back-to-back weeks of that madness.
A lot of garbage yards. The stats are a little deceiving there. Detroit was playing from pretty far behind for basically a quarter and a half.
Yes.
But, yeah, I mean, it was great to see the Lions get humbled a little bit. Lions just continue to stack important player injuries, which you just absolutely hate to see. I wouldn't wish that upon any team. My heart goes out to all the Lions fans out there.
I don't believe him. He does wish that upon the Lions. I don't believe him.
Yeah. Believe what you want to believe. Wouldn't wish injuries upon anyone, and hopefully no more injuries happen for the Lions the rest of the year. I don't know what's more annoying, the Lions like losing and their fans complaining again and like going back to normal, or like Lions fans complaining about all the injuries and making excuses. Like
what?
A lot of injuries, but
what I will say
got to overcome
is that the Bills, like, they're great, but their defense is, I mean, if you're gonna have to be scoring 40 points every game to beat teams, I mean, I just don't see.
Yeah.
The Bills' offense almost just scores too quick because the Bills their offense isn't on the field that much. They get on the field and they just score a touchdown, and then it's like, oh, defense back out there. Oh, defense gets stopped. Oh, Bills scored another touchdown. You're back out there again, defense, and it's just kind of like a cycle. I feel like they get caught in a lot of those high-scoring games.
Fun fact about Josh Allen since the engagement news with Haley Steinfeld. 7 passing touchdowns, 6 rushing touchdowns, receiving touchdown, 0 turnovers. It's safe to say that engaged Josh Allen might just turn into the GOAT.
That's actually insane. In what, 3 games?
In literally 3 games. Yeah, in 3 games, he's got 13 touchdowns, no picks. No turnovers. So
he win a ship, though.
He does. He's got to finish it. But yeah, he's on an electric run right now.
He'll get an MVP at least.
I want to just shout out Spencer Rattler. That was a gritty performance. Jake Haener gets benched with 60 yards, 40% completion rate, and 2 picks. And Rattler comes in, keeps them in the game against a playoff Washington Commanders, goes down the field, final drive, gritty as hell. Going for the tie. No, we're going to go for 2. Heartbreaking 2-point failed conversion. They lose the game by 1, but I still gotta give props to Spencer Rattler for keeping that game interesting, and he played hard.
I'm not saying no to the Rattler thing. Rattler, yes, but did you guys see the end of that game and what happened? That play should have never happened.
Yeah.
Okay.
One of the refs waved to stop the clock when they shouldn't have. The clock should have been running the whole time. They shouldn't have gotten another play off to spike it.
Okay.
The clock should have ran out there.
Still gritty,
and they admitted it too. Like the NFL put out a statement on it saying they messed up.
Still gritty.
But yeah, gritty. Rattler. I don't know why. You wonder, how does that happen? How is he not out there already? Like they have to know. In practice,
part of me was rooting for Jake Haener. Those pictures are so funny.
Yeah, dude.
Of him like modeling or whatever. Oh my god. It's serving punt.
All
right, let's get into this week.
Let's get into this week.
Eagles also beat the Steelers in a big win. I want to throw that out there too.
Quick asterisk. Yeah, that's a good one because that was a big game for Philly to prove that they can play a good defense. Quick asterisk for moving into the next games. We got tons of QB changes, as I'm sure most of you saw. We got DTR starting for Cleveland now. We got Mason Rudolph starting for Indy. And the big one, which I'm sure everyone heard, is Kirk Cousins, $100 million guaranteed, just got benched for Penix, which I know has been a topic of conversation the past few weeks on the pod. So we can get going into this week's games with all that knowledge in our heads and new quarterbacks.
Mason Rudolph starting for Tennessee.
DTR, Dorian Thompson-Robinson. Yes, Jameis got benched. Yes.
What?
You also said Mason Rudolph starting for Indy.
Tennessee.
Yes.
Comms.
Yes.
Tennessee. Gotcha. Will Levis to the bench as well.
I was confused. I was like,
I'm sorry.
I was like, did
I
AR
choked
get
that,
benched
boys.
again? Like, I saw the
I
stat
choked
line. I
it.
wouldn't be surprised.
I choked it. No, you guys got me.
That was the most-
I
DTR.
can't believe DTR is starting.
I know. It's wild.
I would be lighting things on fire in Cleveland.
I do. Jameis is a guy that I can support.
Jerry Jeudy goes back to irrelevance, along with Cedric
Literally,
Tillman
man.
and what's his face, Elijah Moore, and
Yeah.
Njoku for that matter.
Going to be 100 yards passing in the offense.
You had this man throwing for 400 yards and losing.
Yeah,
He was throwing for 400.
exactly.
Like,
Yeah.
Stuff.
Anyway, sorry, I just wanted to make that note.
Yeah, you're good. On to week 16, we got the Broncos at the Chargers. Tonight,
Good
for
start.
the listeners, the Chargers
Good
are
start.
-3 over under 41.5.
who's going first, P?
I go first. This is, Prime Video at its best here. It's a great matchup. Normally we don't get good matchups on Thursday night. We've had a couple of them lately. This is a great one. I think. I'm a little bit. I know I'm a guy that follows the news, but is Pat Surtain out? Do we know?
We don't know yet. I
For
don't
the-
think.
Okay. I don't know. I'm leaning Broncos here. In my opinion, it's a super defensive game. And yeah, Bo Nix, turned the ball over 3 times, and his defense still bailed him out against that Colts offense that just struggled to keep the ball out of Denver's hands. I'm gonna go Denver here. It's gonna be a great game. I'm gonna go Denver here. Slight edge because of the defense.
Well, it's. I'm going Chargers here, obviously. I agree it's going to be a defensive game. The line only being at 3. Vegas thinking it's an even game. The Chargers got rolled by the Bucks, but I think it was because this is a look-ahead game, big divisional game. Chargers already beat them in Denver. Over-under set at 42, and 90% of the bets on the over. I think this is going to be one of those classic primetime divisional slugfests, and it'll probably end 17-10. Bolt up, baby.
Hold up.
I'm going to be on the Chargers as well. I think this is a get-right spot for the Chargers. I'm looking at Justin Herbert versus a rookie Bo Nix. And yeah, Bo Nix has shown some flashes this year, but we saw him really struggle last week. And I think he's going to continue to have some of those rookie mistakes here in this game. Give me the Chargers.
Chargers would jump up to the 6th seed if they were able to beat Denver in this game.
All right, that's actually a good time. And we're going to go ahead and pull Connor in. Connor, let's have you make a pick for our first game that we just went through on the slate, Denver at the Chargers.
Thursday Night Football.
Okay. Good
Good
comms
pick,
from Connor. All right.
Great pick. Love that pick.
Did we expect anything less? Did we expect anything less?
This is why
He's
Connor
figuring
and
out-
Josh can't show up late to the pods, because it'll take the entire pod of them actually being here to figure out their technical difficulties before we can actually continue the pod.
We need an IT guy.
Yes. It's just insane.
Who am I picking?
Chargers,
Oh my
Broncos,
God.
Thursday Night Football.
Bruh.
You can't make it up.
You in, Connor? Roger. Roger.
Check.
Check.
Omaha.
Mike check. Omaha.
Okay. Let's just move on to the next game. We got the Texans at the Chiefs. Chiefs are -3.5, over under 41.5.
This is such an asterisk game.
It's a tough one. Connor, you there, buddy? Okay. I'm going to pick my pick. Let's go on Pat Mahomes full participant in practice from what I heard. Cyborg, Black Voodoo Magic. I think it doesn't matter. I think Carson Wentz could win this football game if I'm being honest. Give me the Chiefs.
This is crazy because before the news came out, this line literally flipped. It was -3.5 Houston, and then when Mahomes practiced at full swing, it went -3.5 Kansas City. I thought Houston had a good defense, but their defense kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Kansas City just somehow wins games, and they're so fucking annoying, and I don't want to pick them, but
Yeah.
they're probably going to win. Houston's just so unimpressive this year.
I am also going to be on Kansas City, and P literally had the same take that I was going to have. I was actually excited to take the Chiefs with Carson Wentz in this game because I feel like the system they have in place and the system with Andy Reid, like they don't need to score a lot of points. They kind of just like they do their thing. Like it's a lot of just boom boom, and then Mahomes clutches up at the end. I mean, I don't know, but regardless, I'll take the Chiefs with or without Mahomes. Connor?
Is that me?
Yep, what you got?
Yeah, I'm going to take the Chiefs here. I love Carson Wentz. Don't love him as a Colt, but I love him on any other team. He plays exciting football. I think he's exactly what the Chiefs need with that lackluster offense as of currently. Xavier Worthy's finally starting to pick it up, so I like the Chiefs here.
And then give us your pick on the Broncos-Chargers game as well.
Dude, that one's tough because there's only one path for the Colts to make the playoffs. The Chargers got to lose twice, and the Colts got to win out. The Colts are definitely going to win out. The Chargers are definitely going to drop one. This is the one that I don't know if they're going to drop. Just because my heart's with it, I'm going to go Broncos. They looked pretty good against my Colts last week. They actually didn't, but we'll get into that at a later date. But I'm going to go Broncos here.
Okay. I don't mind. What did you think about that game, Connor? I'd actually love to hear your thoughts on the Colts Denver game where you guys got blown out and Anthony Richardson looked awful.
So it was a blowout as of the fourth quarter, right? Going into the third quarter, we had the lead and the ball. Or going into the fourth quarter, we had the lead and the ball. Bo Nix, I mean, we locked him up, dude. He had 3 interceptions. We just blew that game. That's a game that I blame on Anthony Richardson for sure.
And JT not being able to hold on to the football crossing the goal line, and not only Anthony Richardson when he's throwing passes is a liability to turn the ball over. Apparently, when he's receiving passes, it's a liability to turn the ball over too.
It's so tough. It happens every year, and you just hope it's not your team, right? But I don't know. I thought a guy like JT wouldn't do that. I could see a rookie doing it maybe, or maybe someone on defense, but JT's got like 40-something touchdowns in his career, so that's crazy work.
Yeah, I mean, he would be the last guy on that team I would suspect to do that, but...
Yeah, exactly.
Alrighty, let's go ahead and move into the other Saturday game. We got the Steelers at the Ravens. Ravens are minus 6.5, over under 45.5.
Yeah. Wait, what'd you say? Steelers Ravens?
Yep. Saturday night, I'm gonna go or Saturday midday.
Saturday midday. Fun fact that these Saturday games are the same teams that are playing on Christmas. They're just mismatched, but they all are going to have the same amount of rest days. Anyway, moving on. I'm going to take Lamar here. That was an absolutely crazy performance out of him last game. The type of performance you want to see out of Lamar as you ramp up for a playoff run. And I think that he's gonna do the Steel City the same way Jalen Hurts just did the Steel City. And Pittsburgh's going to continue to drop a couple down the stretch. But yeah, give me Baltimore here.
I don't get why the Steelers keep getting such big dog numbers when they're a 10-4 team. Like the line last week didn't make sense, minus 5.5 against the Eagles either. And haven't the Steelers already beat the Ravens this season?
They didn't cover that last week, did they?
No, they lost by 2 touchdowns. It's like 27-13 or something.
But exactly, it's weird. I just don't know. But TJ Watt also isn't healthy. He got hurt last game.
He's banged up. Yep.
So, and I like Lamar to win another MVP over Josh Allen this year. But Josh Allen is just getting all the media love.
Yeah.
I mean, he's also having an insane season, but just no one's talking about it because everyone loves a white quarterback. Uh-oh.
It's because Make your pick. I got something to add on to that though.
I want to go Steelers so bad here. I just don't get it. 6 points in a divisional game. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go Steelers here.
I like it. What I wanted to add on to that MVP take and why I think Josh Allen is getting it, if you look at him stat wise, Lamar actually beats him out in a lot of the stats, which is they're both having insane years. But I think the reason Josh Allen's getting more of the attention is because I had it and I lost it.
Oh.
No, I got it. The reason he's been getting more of the attention is because Josh Allen's the sole player on his team. The Bills lost all these guys in the offseason. He doesn't have big name receivers around. Amari Cooper, I guess, is kind of a big name now that they traded for him. But he didn't have these huge names around him weapon wise, as opposed to Lamar Jackson, who has another MVP candidate literally in his backfield, in Derrick Henry, who's having an insane year too. So I think that's kind of taken away a little bit from Lamar.
But he's throwing touchdowns.
He's proved. I was always in the narrative where Lamar was not the greatest passer, and he's proved me wrong so hard this year, where he's throwing the ball the best he's ever thrown the ball.
Yeah.
I want to see him do it in a playoff game though, before I give him more flowers. We're gonna pull Josh in here too. All right, we got a full pod. But anyway, in this game, I'm going to be taking Baltimore.
What, this guy's on an airplane. What are we doing?
This is why we can't have nice things. What you got, Connor, for the Pittsburgh at Baltimore?
I believe George Pickens is out, right?
Correct.
Yeah, so that being said, I think the Ravens are a better team, even with Pickens. So with him being out, I think this one's pretty easy. I'm going to go Ravens.
What do you got, Josh? Pittsburgh at Baltimore.
Pittsburgh is losing Pickens, and I don't know if TJ Watt's going to play, and if he does play, he's not healthy. So I'll take the Ravens.
Who do you got for Houston at KC, Josh?
That one is actually really tough, but I'll take Kansas. Actually, I'll take Houston because Mahomes playing good.
Because why?
Is Mahomes playing?
Yes.
Full participant in practice.
All right, I'll take the Chiefs. Darn it.
And then Denver at the Chargers.
Oh, that one's also tough. A lot of tough games. I think I'll take the Chargers.
Okay, moving on.
So hold on. One more. Wait. Original dog of the week for me. Steelers. Bill Curtin.
Yeah, only one on the Steelers. That fair.
Alrighty.
Right, moving into our Sunday slate, we got the Giants at the Falcons. Falcons are minus 8.5, over under 42.5.
I'm gonna go Atlanta here. I think they have a good football team, and if their quarterback was anything but 1-7 touchdown interception ratio in the last 5 games, or was it 1-9? I don't even remember.
1-9.
It's
I made a TikTok
1-9
about it.
1-9 in the past 5 is just astronomically bad for a team that's 7-7 and is one game out of winning their division. They have the tiebreaker over Tampa too, I believe, as it stands right now. So I like Penix to just get going against New York and carry that team to where they were meant to be by just keeping the Rock safe. I mean, literally, it's not rocket science. Give me Atlanta.
Drew Lock starting this week. Penix is starting this week. Yeah, I don't think it matters. I don't think that the Falcons are going to win by 9 points, but they're going to win.
Yeah, I'm on the Falcons as well. I'm a big Penix believer. I've been calling for Penix to be the starter for a month now, and I think Atlanta might be a month too late. Falcons are going to have to win out, and I don't know if they're in if they win out. I think they need help. They have a 30% chance to make playoffs. So I don't know what the math is playoff-wise. But I think they win this one pretty handily. And Penix not only gives them a better thrower at QB, he also gives them mobility and escapability to make some plays in that offense with a lot of weapons around him.
Hi, Connor.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Falcons here. I don't think Michael Penix is gonna look great, but I don't think he needs to look great for the Falcons to win. So
I agree. Great take, Connor. Love that take.
Yeah, I agree. Michael Penix should be a million times better than Cousins. So I'll take it.
What'd you call him? Michael Penix?
Michael Penix. That's how his name's pronounced.
I can't with the sound effects.
Okay. We're gonna move on. We got the Lions at the Bears. Lions are -6.5, over under 47.5.
I'm going Lions. That offense is scary, and you know what offense isn't scary? The Bears. I mean, those dudes could literally not. They could be playing against 12 tackle dummies that aren't even moving, and they would have trouble moving the ball down the field. I mean, it's the worst offense I've ever seen play football.
Caleb would still get sacked. It's crazy.
Let him know, Jack. Did you see that thing about the Giants? I think it was the Giants. They practiced outside for like one practice before their last game, and they ran like 8 plays offensively against no defense and completed 0 passes. Like 2 passes were completed, but they were out of bounds.
Put me out there, Coach.
Yeah, but give me up.
No, it was all passes. Yeah,
that's
crazy.
Wild. I like a lot of, the spreads this week for the dogs. The spreads, but yeah, Lions. The Lions need a bye. 1 seed bye so bad with all the injuries. So I mean, they're still playing. They're going to be playing for that, and I just don't see the Bears winning. Give me Detroit.
Yeah, I'll take the banged up crybabies to win here.
Yeah, losing Montgomery definitely hurts, but they got a guy like Gibbs who they invested a first rounder into a couple years ago. So I think Gibbs' value is through the roof right now in terms of fantasy. Right in time for the second round of the fantasy playoffs in most leagues. It's a shame you can't use him, Josh, but I think the Lions win this game.
Connor just lobbed to himself and then dunked on him.
Off the backboard.
I'm gonna use the Lions. The Bears, they got to figure it out, man. This is not their year. But this year might be the Lions if they can just get healthy, man. But yeah, give me the Lions.
Yeah. I think it's gonna be closer than people think it'll be, but the Lions should still win against the helpless Bears offense and Caleb Williams taking a nap on the bench.
All right, we got the Browns at the Bengals. Bengals -7.5, over under 46.5. As P said earlier, DTR is going to be starting for the Browns here.
Yeah, Chubb broken foot, DTR there. Cleveland's dead. Since he pretty much dead, Joe Burrow fired up, yelling at the head coach. Nothing will stop Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow, though, and T. Higgins. And Chase Brown, apparently. He's also going off lately. So just give me that Bengals offense.
And Mike Gesicki. And Sam
Gesicki. Yeah, Gesicki's good. If you can bet Gesicki, over longest reception over 20, just rip it and just let it rip, because he always gets one reception for 20, 30 yards every game.
Yeah, I'm going Bengals too. Joe Burrow's just playing angry, and he's not angry he's just angry at the world. I think Zach Taylor gets fired after this season.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, give me Joe Shiesty and the boys. This Cleveland team's dead and clearly have just given up starting DTR. Gotta feel bad for Chubb with all the injury he's been through. You gotta think you gotta hand it up at some point. It feels bad for him. Great running back, but yeah, their season's dead. Give me the Bengals.
Also on the Bengals, and yeah, R.I.P. Chubb.
Yep, Bengals. Chubb's decent, not good, not great. He's decent.
He was great for a little bit there.
Why did you go for a man that's
I
had
don't
two
know.
knee surgeries and a broken ankle? Like,
I just feel like everyone's got so much sympathy for him. I think you need a little dose of reality.
I want to know how
Pretty
you
well,
feel
we
about
can-
Derrick Rose. I need to know your opinions on Derrick Rose, but we'll save that for another day.
Josh knows nothing about basketball. Also, one basketball
Is that
knowledge.
basketball or baseball?
Okay, got you. I
Shout
hear
out,
you.
shout out the Bucks, mid-season champs of the NBA Cup. Shout out.
All right.
My one
They
point.
started the season off so bad,
I
but
know.
yeah.
Hey, redemption. They needed some help. They got it. Moving on, we got the Titans at the Colts. Colts are -3.5, over under 42.5.
Yeah, Mason Rudolph brought a little bit more life to that Tennessee offense the minute they benched Will Levis. That said, I don't think they're going to win this game. That the Broncos offense, it was a lot tougher than the Titans offense was, and they were in a really good position to beat them, but their own offense gave the ball away. So I think they're going to protect the rock a lot more against Tennessee and have no trouble stopping Mason Rudolph and Tony Pollard. And give me the Colts here.
So that last pot, I'm never taking the Colts, so I'm taking the Titans.
Alrighty. I'll take the Colts. It's kind of a slap in the face. The spread on this game. I mean, you got the Colts at home. Basically, if this was a neutral site game, the Colts would be a half-point favorite, which is crazy against a 3-11 Titans team with, I mean, that team is awful. And that's what Vegas thinks about Anthony Richardson and this team. I'll take the Colts because I'd be shocked if they lost this game. But, I mean, would I really be shocked watching Anthony Richardson play football? No. But give me the Colts. Why not?
Yeah, goes without saying. I'm also on the Colts. I'd way rather be playing Will Levis than Mason Rudolph. Mason Rudolph's more of a game manager, and we struggle more against those types of quarterbacks. Anthony Richardson's going to play great. He's going to make a statement. This is going to be a legacy game. He's going to put up 5 total touchdowns. That's my prediction. Josh Downs is going to have probably, I think, his second time for the season going over 100. This is going to be a statement game, and I think we're going to have a shot at the playoffs, depending what happens tomorrow night or tonight if you're viewing this. But, yeah, I think the Colts come out and make a statement tonight, Sunday.
Yeah, I don't think any of that's going to happen, but I think the Colts are still going to win. So I thought the Colts were – I didn't realize they still had a chance to make the playoffs. I was going to make a funny joke about them not having a chance to make the playoffs, but I guess I'm not going to make it now.
There's 3, 6, and 8 teams that are just grasping at straws for life. We went over it when you weren't here, but they need the Chargers to lose at least 2 of the next 3 just to have a chance. So,
And the Chargers have, like, the easiest schedule known to man.
and
after
the
this
Chargers
Broncos game.
No, they do not have an easy schedule.
Yeah,
Jeff,
they
what
do.
is it?
After this Broncos game.
Jeff, what's the schedule?
What, the Chargers? They have the Patriots and the Raiders. That's the next 2 games after.
The Patriots
after
and
the-
Oh, man.
Just watch the life leave Congress.
So 2 teams who are playing for first overall picks.
Pats look good. Pats look good.
Drake May season, baby.
My second divisional dog of the week. Titans, baby.
Nice. Okay, I think that was everyone for that game. Let's go on. Rams at the Jets. Rams are -3, over under 46.5.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Rams here. And I know that I bet you that Aaron Rodgers ruins some people's seasons down the stretch here. I just have that feeling that that's how it's gonna go. But I just think the Rams have so much to play for. Division still just anyone's game except for San Francisco. LOL. So yeah, give me the Rams here.
The Rams are hot. Rams are hot. I don't get this 3.5 number. Rams by 3 touchdowns.
Oh god. Oh, it's like that.
You said that about the Commanders last week.
Well, I needed that for fantasy, and that should have happened.
Then Rattler
Freaking
happens.
Does Cooper Kupp get a stat this week, you think?
He'll definitely get a stat, a singular stat. It won't just be a cardio week for Cooper Cup.
10 routes ran.
Fine. Yeah, I'm on the Rams. Matt Stafford just doesn't lose in December as a Ram. Said it last week. Predicted this week. He's going to win again in December as a Ram.
By 3 touchdowns.
Yep. Rams are too good for the Jets. Give me the Rams.
Yeah, I think the Jets are weirdly going to start playing well now that everything's lost. So that seems like a very Jets thing to do, but I can't see them beating this Rams team. So I'll take the Rams.
On Aaron Rodgers documentary week, we all pick against Aaron Rodgers. Devastating. We got the Eagles at the Commanders. Eagles are -3.5, over under 45.5.
Yeah, I'm going Philly here. I just think that team is so good, and as I pointed out earlier, that Commanders team just hung around way too close with a tore up New Orleans Saints team. And that Philly offense is not the New Orleans offense. So I'll go for Eagles here.
Yeah, Philly already beat them. They're going to beat them again. I think Philly's the NFC North NFC favorite now to win
Correct.
the NFC.
Lions went from Super Bowl favorites to 4th.
Damn. Oh, they're tied with the Chiefs.
It's very close, though. It's like they're all around plus 350, I think.
Got plus 500 for the Lions.
Yeah, DraftKings robs people. That's the book I'm stuck on.
FanDuel sponsor us.
Yeah. And unban me.
And
I'm going to take Philly as well. Jalen Hurts kind of shut up a lot of people last week, including both of his star receivers, by feeding them both for over a hundo and a tutty. And I think the Commanders are pretty fraudulent. It's going to be Philly.
I'm going to take the Commanders here. I think they split the series. I mean, they just played a month ago. Jaden Daniels has looked really hot since that game, though. So I think he's got a little more confidence heading into this game. Before the last time they played the Pittsburgh Steelers the week before, which is also a really tough defense. So he's on a streak this time. I think he's going to keep it going. I think they're going to surprise a lot of people here and beat the Eagles.
I think I'll take the Eagles because they're way better than the Commanders. And Jaden Daniels has not looked that hot.
Look pretty good.
Best quarterback in the league,
Yeah.
Connor said. His words, not mine.
I said maybe, but he's going to be.
There's no maybe. I'll find the clip. I just pulled an Aaron. If you guys watch the Aaron Rodgers documentary, I just pulled an Aaron Rodgers. His words, not mine. You'll know when you watch it. It was in reference to his brother. I'll just tell you. I'll spoil it a little. It's not a spoiler, really. He was talking about Jordan Rodgers going on The Bachelorette, and he was like, yeah, he literally just went on it so he could be famous. His words, not mine.
love that.
Yeah. Moving on. We got the Cardinals at the Panthers. Cardinals are -5, over under 47.5.
Is that the Cardinals playing another bum team again? Crazy. Give me the Cardinals.
Oh, I love Bryce Young.
Why?
Even though he screwed me last week, I really thought they were going to roll the
It's
ball.
Jalen Coker season. He's back. The Cokeheads are back.
Oh, yeah, Arizona needs to win, and yeah, I don't want to do it, but I'm going to go Cardinals.
Cardinals, Bryce Young's terrible. Panthers are poverty. And Arizona beats bad teams, and that's all they can do.
Bryce Young's playing for his career.
Mm.
Bryce Young, to me, as an NBA comparison, is like Russell Westbrook. Even though he hasn't had a long career, but everyone hates him.
He's not dropping any triple doubles.
Yeah, that would be like
Everyone hates
The only
him.
triple doubles
and
he's
no one
dropping is
ever do
picks,
well.
sacks, and fumbles. That's the
Wow.
only triple doubles he's dropping.
that was a nasty comparison, Jeff. Bryce has
No
done
one
nothing
hates
in his
Bryce Young.
professional career. Yeah.
There's nothing to even hate.
Isn't he like 4-25 or something?
Okay. Oh, there's hope. There's light.
They were
This
literally
second half of the
favored.
season, he's been
They
doing decent.
they were favored for the first time in 24 games against Dallas, and they lost. First time
Yeah.
they were.
Okay, but like they were favored with Bryce Young, so there's light.
My buddy Luke
I'm
called me
dying.
before that game started and was like, "Are you reading this right on the books? They have Carolina favored." They're like, he's like, "Yeah, I'm hammering Dallas money line,"
Yeah,
and it was
no
just
way.
free. It was
Bryce
free.
Young is a lot like Muggsy Bogues. If Muggsy Bogues
guy-
wasn't very good at basketball.
I'm pretty sure Muggsy Bogues is a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, that's what I said. Bryce Young's a lot like him if he wasn't good at basketball.
So just short.
Exactly.
What game are we picking again? I already forgot.
The non-NBA guy
Carolina?
keeps bringing up the NBA. Yeah, it's Arizona at Carolina.
Oh yeah, I went Cardinals. Got you.
Cardinals, me too. Yeah, I think. Did anyone not pick this game yet?
I don't think Connor did.
Yeah, I didn't. Kyle was frustrating to watch sometimes, but this Carolina team, they just got nobody to throw the ball to. The exception of, I think, Adam Thielen, who's super old. So, yeah, give me Arizona.
Did you not hear Jalen Coker season? 100 yards in a tutty last week? Caught a 70-yard touchdown.
Someone's got to
Granted.
do it. Someone's got to do it.
I think it's going to be a really close game, but I'll take the Cardinals.
Alrighty, we sweep. We are on to Minnesota at Seattle. Minnesota's -3, over under 43.5.
Do it for Randy. Do it for Randy. I'm taking the Vikings.
Yeah. Vikings are threatening the NFC North. And I think they have an easier schedule than the Lions with the last few games left. But
They
yeah, I'm
play
gonna go
Detroit.
And they play the Packers.
Oh, they play the Pack next week. Interesting. Two
That Detroit-
divisional games to end the season.
Yeah, that Week 18 game is going to be a movie.
Especially if they're both 14-2.
They won't.
Interesting.
They'll both be
Because the
13 and
Packers
3.
gonna win.
Well, someone's
Packers
going to
gonna
lose.
win.
Yeah, it's going to happen.
How does the tiebreaker work if they split the series? Because the Lions beat them
I
already.
think it goes divisional record.
I thought, is it games against similar opponents, or is that after divisional record?
After divisional record.
Gotcha.
But then the Lions would have it probably, right? They swept the Pack. They're gonna sweep the Bears. They
I
should.
don't think the Vikings lost to any division rivals yet, other than the Lions.
Yeah.
So then it would be. I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah.
Pick the game.
It don't matter yet. It don't matter yet. It's a Week 18 combo.
Who we on?
You.
Okay. That checks out. I'm on Minnesota here. I think the Packers kind of showed how fraudulent Seattle was. I feel like Green Bay didn't even play that good of a game and smoked them. I mean, the score wasn't as bad as what it seemed. That was a closer game than what the score seemed. But, yeah. Geno should play, but looks a little gimpy. I just don't know how DK is not involved in that offense.
ASN season.
But give me Minnesota.
I'm also on Minnesota.
Yeah, I think the Vikings are probably going to smack the Seahawks, and Geno probably doesn't finish the game because I think he's playing very hurt.
Beep.
All right, we
Swept them.
got the Patriots at the Bills. Are we all going Bills?
Yes.
14 points spread.
No. Just kidding.
Good one. Alrighty, we got Jacksonville at the Raiders. Raiders are -1.5, over under 40.5.
Toilet bowl.
This one's crazy bad. I mean, this is a
Toilet
terrible
bowl.
game. I think the Jags have been playing more competitive football, and they're gonna win it.
This is a huge game for Connor and I's BTGA bet. And I think Aiden O'Connell practiced in full today. which isn't good.
Yeah, I mean, what are we talking about right now? Who cares?
Aiden O'Connell is way better than fucking Desmond Ritter.
No, I know, but who cares? Well, we don't care about injury statuses. It's a terrible team.
Listen, BTJ legacy game. Mac Jones, 300 yards with 150 going to Brian Thomas Jr. and 2 touchdowns. Give me the Jags.
Bro, there's not even going to be 300 yards in this game.
Bro. Okay, you don't know that. I'm betting the over. Just because you said that.
I remember Mac Jones' first start this year, his line was like 167.5 yards, and I took the over. And watching that game was the most painful thing I think I've watched the entire season. I'm going to take the Jags, regardless of what I just said, just because I think the Raiders are that bad. And at least the Jags have some weapons. I mean, the Raiders really only have Bowers. Their third-string running back, who's been starting, just got hurt and is out the next
and Max
of the season. Sincere McCormick, yeah. So, give me the Jags.
Max is hurt, too.
And Crosby's done for the season, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mac Jones, he's playing hit or miss, boom or bust. But I think he booms this week. I think he looks good against this Raiders team, which I think just had
Connor, what do you think he does this week? He brings the boom! He brings the boom!
Double trunk chocolate cookie!
Brain rot.
I'll take the
scary on the camera right now. He looks like a fucking ghost. He looks so scary.
Yeah, something's off with his camera. I don't know if it's his camera or if it's his basement, but something's definitely off.
What did you pick, Connor?
Just looks like he has a well in his basement that has someone at the bottom of it that he puts lotion in a basket and brings it down to him.
He looks like a crawl out of my laptop, like some ring.
Connor, did you pick the Jags?
Yeah.
Oh, it was in the basket.
Proud of you.
What do you got, Josh?
Oh, I made my pick already. I said Jaguars.
Oh, okay.
And then I made fun of something Connor said, but it doesn't.
Okay. We got the Niners at the Dolphins. Dolphins are -1, over under 44.5.
Yeah, I think this game might actually be worse than the last game we just picked. Both of these teams are actually allergic to winning this year. Man, I'm gonna go with Miami, even though I know Tua is not gonna move the ball against the Niners, and it's gonna be a struggle to do it. It's probably gonna be really low scoring. But I'm gonna go Miami.
Miami needs it more. I feel like Miami has more of a chance to make the playoffs than the Niners do.
They're both dead.
They have the same record, but yeah, AFC, it's easier to make the playoffs for sure.
Yeah. Me Tua into boys.
Who'd you pick, P? You picked Tua as well? Dolphins?
I did.
I'm going to be on San Fran. It's so frustrating watching the Dolphins offense because they just have so much talent and so much speed, and they just run the same plays over and over, and Jonnu is just the main target of that offense for no reason still. It's actually convinced me that Jonnu's just a great tight end in the league with how he's just dominated the reps in that offense. But give me San Fran.
I am going to be picking Garendo, or however you say his name is. He just came up on the injury report with a hamstring right in time for the playoffs. So I'm devastated. He's probably going to play, but we don't know how severe it is at this point. Plus, I mean, Debo's not even playing really good right now. There's that whole fiasco where he was tweeting at the team or whatever. With Ayuk out, he's not even wide receiver 1 on his own team. So give me the Dolphins here. San Fran is just allergic to winning this year. So.
Yeah, I don't know how San Fran's going to recover after losing Isaac Garendo to a hamstring. I mean, running back like that.
He's playing.
I'll take no. He's also the spring running back going into the season. It barely matters. He's not even that good. It doesn't. They could put anyone at running back there. It doesn't matter. Isaac Grindo's useless. The Niners are gonna. They have too good of a defense. I'll take the Niners.
All right, we got Tampa Bay at Dallas. Carrie Underwood game of the week, Sunday Night Football. Tampa's -4, over under 48.5.
And I can't watch another game with this Cowboys offense. It is just atrocious.
But CD.
Put CD, right? They just put Trayvon back on IR. Team's pretty lifeless. Baker's bringing the boom. So give me Tampa.
I feel like this game's going to be a shootout because both defenses are kind of booty. But yeah, Baker has been baking.
Could be as much
chocolate cookies. Give me the Bucks.
I can't.
Yeah, I'm gonna hop on the boom train as well. I'm gonna ride with Tampa here. Although Dallas has been playing really good football and CD balled last week. Good football in the sense of they have a backup quarterback in and their season's already over. That's what I mean. That's good football, but yeah, I'll take Tampa.
I'm also on Tampa. Baker looks good. Bucky looks good. Rachaad White looks good. Mike Evans looks good. They're just they're hard to beat right now. So I'm gonna ride Tampa.
Yep. I'll also take Tampa. And Mike Evans is gonna get fed to maintain all the records he needs.
He's going for 1,000 again. He's chasing it.
He only has
He's
to
back in
average
the
87 yards a game.
Yeah, that last game was necessary for him to get back in the conversation. One of those games is Carolina too, which is Jake knows is 200 yards guaranteed.
Death taxes and Mike Evans dominating the Carolina Panthers are the three things guaranteed in life. I've been on that narrative for like 3 years in a row, and it just hits every time. Moving on to the biggest favorite of the week on Monday Night Football, we have the Saints at the Packers. Packers are -14.5, over under 42.5.
Yeah, Pack defense is electric. The offense was kind of stalling a little bit, but the defense was still just like they could not get the ball going on the ground. They had no time to throw to anyone, which is why DK was irrelevant because his only route happens to be 15 yards down the field, which they just did not have the time for. And I think the Pack's defense is going to do the same thing. They're going to take Kamara out of the game early, and Rattler's going to run for his life. And even if the offense stutters a little bit and they don't win this game by 3 touchdowns, it's still going to be too much for the Saints to even have a shot here. So
Kamara's not playing, is he?
yeah, he's questionable. He's not doubtful.
He was questionable last week and played.
Yeah.
I think it's the same injury.
He got an injury though.
Huh?
He's got a new injury.
Oh, really? I thought it was the same one. What is it?
How many booms would you give that injury?
Adductor.
2
I got a
dudes.
guy. I got a source.
Abductor? Conductor? What did you just say?
He's nursing an adductor injury.
What does that mean?
I understood the word less the second time he said it.
Yeah.
I
I'm not
thought
a
I had
doctor.
it, and then he said it again,
know
and
what.
I definitely didn't have it.
No,
I think
I'm
it's
not
like
a doctor. I'm not gonna diagnose it, but yeah, that's what Sleeper is saying, so I'm buying it.
I'm gonna go
I think it's
jerk
like
my
your,
inductor after this game.
It's like your hip flexor, but it's in your shoulder or something.
Sick.
What you got, Hefe?
Sick.
It's a bajillion points. So the Packers are going to win. But it's a bajillion points. I'm taking so many points this week.
I would advise against taking the points here. The Packers are going to roll, just like we rolled against Seattle. It'd be nice if once we get up, we can like actually continue to produce on offense and not just take our foot off the gas. And Edgerrin Cooper is going to continue to dominate. Packers finally have a pass rush, which is huge, and we're sending a lot of heat. Carrington Valentine's looking like a solid corner, and I don't think we're going to get Jair back this week. Honestly, I don't know if we'll get Jair back until playoffs or maybe even week like 17 or 18. But when we get him back, I mean, we're riding hot. J Love's playing awesome. we're not asking him to do as much as we were in the beginning of the season. We're running the ball a lot with Jacobs. Jacobs had 30 touches last week. So I feel good going into this week. And almost like it's when you're playing bingo, this is the free square on the bingo card.
I want to make a note. Can I make a note?
Go ahead.
Abductor is not in your shoulder. An adductor is in your thigh. It's on the inside of your thigh. And it's a
The
ductor.
thigh's like the shoulder of your leg.
Okay.
All right, Jameis, relax.
I don't think Vegas knows it yet, but I do. Kamara's not going to play, so this one's easy. Give me the Packers.
I also have an insider source that says Kamara is for sure not playing. I would love to see the Packers play like a great game on both sides of the ball and special teams and start getting some steam going into the playoffs. That'd be tight if we could beat up on this team. So I'd take the Packers by 27.
Alrighty, that's all the picks for the week. You boys got anything you want to add or anything else before we wrap up the pod here?
I got a little something. So I'm in a super flex league. I need to start 2, sit 1, and I think I'm sitting Jaden Daniels, but I'll give it to you guys first. So it's Anthony Richardson, Kyler Murray, and Jaden Daniels. Kyler Murray and Anthony Richardson have by far the easiest matchups. Obviously, Jaden Daniels is going against Philly. So I'll leave it up to the panel.
Should we give you the advice that is the correct advice, or should we give you the advice to try to get you to lose?
Well, you're not in the playoffs, so it has no effect on you. But
I know, but I would rather you not win the Super Bowl because I feel like you'll be one of the more annoying Super Bowl winners of the league.
I feel like Connor's already dug himself into the hole. Literally, if you did play, like, you had a bye last week, so you didn't have to play. But I think you had, like, the third least points in the league. And that's just not a team that's hot in the playoffs. That's a team you'll want to play in the playoffs.
We took the week off. We had a bye, so no need to. We saved it for this week, man. Bucky's going to look great this week. A-Chain's going to look great. I'm not worried about it. But like I said, the 2 quarterbacks sit 1. Personally, I'm starting Anthony Richardson, Kyler Murray, and sitting Jaden Daniels at the moment. I might switch it, but
You might as well bench 2 out of the 3 because all 3 of those options are terrible and start an extra receiver. Because this dude's literally starting 5 running backs in his lineup in a league where you can start 5 receivers. He's starting 5 running backs.
Are you talking
those
about
running
me?
backs were Bijan Robinson, A-Chain, Kyron Williams, Bucky Irving, and then Garendo, but he's probably going to get yanked because he's got new injuries. I'll probably put Tyler Tracy in his place.
Gonna get yanked.
Yeah, I just stick with what you got. Anytime you make a stick like this, it hurts you.
Anybody else got anything else we want to add?
Good luck to everyone out there in their best ball fantasy or daily fantasy or fantasy playoffs.
I have 4 potential Super Bowl trips to make in my 5 season long leagues. Kaylee bounced me in the one. I got Kurt Benkert in one of my leagues. No mercy.
No mercy.
All right,
Maybe you'll get something.
Probably
he's gonna
not.
be busy on that Madden cast this week, right?
Yeah, he's gonna. Yeah, he'll be on Monday Night Football. Is that Monday Night Football?
It's the Texans game, yeah.
Sunday
Texans Dolphins, that one, yeah.
Mm. Oh, it's Saturday game. Saturday game.
Oh, what are the standings like records wise? Does P have a chance, or is it?
Yeah, everyone's alive. I'm 4 games back on Josh and Connor in the lead, and then Big P is 8 games back on Jeff.
Ooh, nice. Love that.
So
8 games?
8 games. He lost the Monday night game because he would have gotten 2 games back last week, but he only ended up getting 1 back on you, Hefe.
How similar are their picks this week?
One more time, sorry.
How similar are their picks this week?
Let's see.
Decently.
Jeff and P. We got 1, 2, 3. 3 differences. So
Damn.
at most, P can make up 3 games this week.
Nice.
What are we doing?
Let's get that number down to. We got 3 weeks left of the regular season. Let's get that number down to like 2 or 1 before the playoffs. We'll be alive.
I mean, we swept.
I need to start running, dude.
We literally swept 11 games on the slate as a pod.
Wow.
Damn.
So
Look at us.
out of the 16.
We took the ayahuasca today.
Yeah, Connor and Josh didn't hear this yet, but we are planning a podcast trip down to Costa Rica for our first ayahuasca trip. And then the following year, we're going to do like a yearly trip as a podcast tradition. We are going to do a darkness retreat the following year. So strap in for that, boys.
After that, we should all do coffee enemas together. The 3rd year.
What is that?
No.
You drink it through your butt.
Oh.
You know what we should do is a pod up north at the cabin all together in person.
That'd be cool. We just have to figure out audio stuff and get one cam set up maybe for video. Just do a wide panel. Unless we had like everyone's iPhone as their own individual cam. But we could probably figure something out.
Yeah.
Single cam, iPhone mics.
Sweet. Any last call? All right, thank you boys for watching. We'll see you boys next week. Peace.